Jules, you've been gone for so long. I feel like we need a Kylian Mbappe update.
Oh, my boy. I mean, every 6 months I'm here, and there's always twists and turns and stuff and things. And now he's happy that his best mate Ousmane Dembele is there. They're looking forward to playing together against Toulouse at the weekends. He's happy to stay. Neymar has gone, which was a big reason why Kylian decided to stay and potentially extend his contract at Paris with like some sort of release clause in it, or having some sort of agreement with the club in terms of his bonuses so he can go on a free, but they will still get something if you want, despite him leaving. That's still yet to be decided, but he's happy to stay now after all that kind of crisis and arm wrestling competition between him and the club. It was just crazy, man.
So can I give you an alternate explanation?
Yeah.
I've spoken to a bunch of sports lawyers about this. This whole thing about the club trying to freeze him out, which, is what clubs often do in preseason with the excuse, well, he's waiting for a move, blah, blah, blah. He's never going to fly. It was never. I spoke to somebody who said, if they try to do that, especially, it's not just the French PFA, it's also French labor law. Like, the risk is he could become like a free agent in like October or November.
Well, if they do with Rabiot, the French.
With Rabiot, they had disciplinary reasons. It was a motivated.
But the law in the law in France is that as long as you provide him with a similar first team experience, so qualified coaches, not on his own but other players, all that kind of stuff, you're allowed. A lot of clubs do it. That's what we call the loft in France, where you put all the unwanted players, the ones you trying to sell, the one that you don't want.
Again, you know how I feel about lawyers. Unfortunately, I've had to speak to a lot of them. They said like they were never going to win that, and
probably not. Probably not.
This way, at least they have him. I have him playing for him. They still have the hope that, who knows? He seems to be like an odd chap who likes to change his mind at the last minute.
Yeah, maybe.
If you're Real Madrid, should you sign another striker then? Or is this just a ploy between this and the Neymar money? That they want to make Real Madrid a little bit nervous, that they think Real Madrid are going to make another offer in the last days of the window?
No, I think they know that now Real Madrid are not going to come anymore. And if you're Real Madrid, I think you maybe stick with Vinicius, Rodrigo, and then have Joselu on the bench and then see what happens between now and January. I don't know. I think it's a fascinating one. I would have loved to see what Real Madrid would have done between now and September 1st for Kylian. Had he still been frozen out and PSG would keeping it like really strict, no, you're not going to play, we want to sell you, who's coming in? I'd be really curious to see what Real Madrid would have done comes August 26, 27, 28. Had they maybe drawn a couple of La Liga games or lost even one? Now they won their first one, but do you see what I mean? I would have been really curious. It's not going to happen now.
Well, and also they have to spend money. They have to spend money on Kepa, on loan, and maybe another defender.
Maybe a centre-back, yeah.
But if this gets to the summer, if you're Real Madrid, you've been screwed over once before. I mean, my temptation is you speak to Mama Mbappe and you say, all right, January 1st, pre-contract.
Yeah.
If you didn't sign it by then.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
you stick around at Paris and your release
agreement.
clause, all this nonsense. Like, why pay compensation when we don't need to if you really want to come?
Yeah.
Otherwise, at that point, I would move on.
I think the most likely is that Kylian will waive away some of the bonuses that PSG will owe him. So it would be like, 50, 70 million euros. He won't take that. And that would be like a transfer fee, if you want, from Real Madrid, who still will get Kylian on a free. But PSG will get something back, i.e. the bonus that they would not have given to Kylian.
Why would Kylian do that?
Because he promised the club that in order to play again, that he would not leave for nothing. So we'll see.
Right.
But he can't have said that this time round and then really go for free with nothing back to the club.
Why? Because it's not been done before. I would have there's no rights. I mean, it's pretty extraordinary. It's an extraordinary situation.
I mean, it was unseen before.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.